describe what happened. Our fugitive unit, in conjunction with the U.S. Marshal Fugitive Task Force, located a wanted felon. He has warrants out for aggravated assault, deadly weapon, aggravated assault, family violence, and 2 bail jumping warrants. His name is Ed Russell McIver Sr. They located him and his son, Ed Russell McIver Jr., in a SUV. I believe it's a silver Ford Escape. They requested marked uniform patrol assistance to pull over the vehicle. One officer got with the suspects and was waiting for another officer to arrive when a pursuit ensued. The pursuit started at about 30 in Hewlin. They were actually in the Central Market parking lot there for a little while, and it ended here in far west Fort Worth. The suspects exited the vehicle and fled on foot. They drove down a gravel driveway where there's a residence. They exited on foot and ran. The area is heavily wooded. There's a big hill, and then it kind of drops down into a mud area. And so, as officers, there were several officers pursuing, including the officer that was shot, but there were several officers pursuing on foot. When they entered that area, that clearing area, shots rang out, and our officer was shot. Our officers returned fire and shot Ed Russell McIver Sr. He was pronounced deceased on scene. Other officers that were there to assist immediately began medical treatment for our officer that was shot. He was taken to JPS Hospital. He is in surgery at this time. There were residents inside the house, and they are still there at this time with officers. That area has been cleared, but they are sheltering in place with officers, so they are safe at this time, but they're not leaving.
Why did he go there? Did he know that?
That I don't know.
Where is he now? Is his search still ongoing?
The search is still ongoing. He's still outstanding. We believe we have him contained to a 2 square mile radius area right here, and we have hundreds of officers here. We have Fort Worth officers, Tarrant County, DPS, federal. We have some local partners. ULIS is here, Grand Prairie. So we have hundreds of officers out here, and we're not going to leave until we find them.
When you say that 2 square mile area, is that a residential area? Is it wooded? Kind of describe for us.
Yeah, there's the one house out there, but other than that, it's a pretty heavily wooded area, and kind of hilly, and with all the rains, it's pretty muddy up there. There's a little creek nearby, so we believe we have a perimeter set up, and we do believe we have them contained in a 2 square mile radius.
Between the father and the son, which one shot the officer?
I don't know that.
What was your advice to, in this 2 square mile radius, clearly at least dozens, if not hundreds of homes, what's your advice to, what you're telling homeowners right now who are returning home to their homes here or already home? What should they do this evening?
Well, as of right now, no one's going to be allowed back there. So if they're not in their home, they're not going to be allowed in their home. We have a very dangerous felon, who's already been involved in an officer-involved shooting. He shot a cop already. So they're not going to be allowed back in their home at this time. If they're in their residence right now, they've probably already been told by officers to shelter in place if that area has been cleared.
Is the son armed?
We are treating it as if he is armed and dangerous.
Was there any warrant out for him, for the son?
Not yet, but he's wanted for, it's going to probably be capital murder. I'm sorry, it's probably going to be attempted murder.
And one of the residents back there said they thought they heard some gunfire too a while ago. Has there been any recent gunfire?
What do we know about the guy that you're searching for? Does he have a criminal history at all that you know of?
The muddy conditions, is that slowing the search down as you're trying to...
It is a very difficult area to be searched. The combination of the mud and the dense wooded area, it's that type of kind of Texas piney area that's got all those thorny bushes and stuff back there. So it's taken time, but there are also some clearings where they're able to clear a little bit quicker. So some areas are going faster than others, but we definitely have all the resources the department and our partners in the area have to bear on this list.
So you said the son is likely going to be charged with attempted murder. That is, I take it, regardless of the fact that, regardless of whether he pulled the trigger?
We will come out with the charges, after he's captured, but that would be my guess.
So you painted a picture for us, and I don't know if you can answer this or not, but when you've got one guy on the loose, so I'm picturing you all got up there, somebody shot your officer, he was shot, you guys rushed to your officer, somebody went over and checked him. Was that the moment that the son was able to get away?
No, they were still chasing. Some officers continued the chase. Some officers stayed to give medical treatment, but of course, it's a difficult situation. And like I said, it's heavily wooded in that area. So as soon as he makes it in those woods, you can't see anything. And it's slow going because of the thorny areas that are in the underbrush that are in the woods. So it's slow going at this time. I will tell you that one gun was found at the location with the deceased suspect, and the car is still up there, but we haven't searched it yet, so we don't know if there's more weapons in the car.
Does Nightfall benefit or not with helicopters and infrared, or do you guys want this obviously as soon as possible?
Well, we want to catch him obviously as soon as possible because he is a danger to the public, but we will continue to search during the night. We do have resources available that can assist with that.
So
Any reason to
Junior is the
believe
one
he's
that you were
injured?
looking for to begin with? Junior is the one you were looking for to begin with?
No,
that they-
Senior has the warrants,
Senior has the
and
warrants.
he is deceased on scene.
Okay.
Junior was with him, and he is outstanding at this time.
Do you know if he has a criminal history or
I have
violent
not
history?
checked that. I'll check that for the next update.
Tracy,
So-
any reason to believe that this suspect on the loose is injured right now?
Not that I know of. I haven't been given that, but I'll ask that. Maybe I can find that out for the next update.
So earlier it was unclear if the officer had been alone when he hopped out of the car during that.
Correct, he was not. There's multiple officers there because the pursuit, even though it wasn't a super long pursuit, it did last. I'm gonna guess I can get you the exact details later, but it was 15-20 minute pursuit at least. So there were several officers with him at the time. So he was not the only one that was chasing on foot either.
And do we still believe that both suspects opened fire on the officers?